there you go, folks. My little take on finding some good fatwood. You see, I found it out of a stump here. Yeah, it's mostly rotted up, but if you dig down to the center part where it's hard, you'll find some good fatwood. I mean, I don't know if you can see it in there, but look how red that is. That's some good stuff. Now I'm going to process up a little bit of this and show you how well it works. So, stay tuned. Okay, so as you can see here, I have cut this down into some smaller chunks, and there is a reason for that, because I want to be able to process it up and put it in a container. So we're going to break these down into smaller chunks here. Oop, there's a blooper. Yeah, there's a nice little chunk I broke off. And you can see. I'm going to break some more off here. I want it in smaller pieces. Yeah, it's got a nice turpentine smell to it. Looks real good there. See? I save all these little extra pieces here along with it. No sense in wasting any of it. I need to put something right here to catch that so it'll quit dropping. Look at that. Isn't that perfect? Just what you want. There's some more. This piece is a little on the big, so we're going to split it up some more. Now some of these pieces, I like to keep them a certain size so I can get a handle on it, and then makes like some little shavings or and that's okay that I'm left with this piece here, because we can just split it down. Do some more. basically what I made here. Just a little feather stick. But I'm going to show you why you really almost don't even need to do that. So we're going to keep these. Put them over here in the bucket. Maybe split this piece down a little bit more. And I'm going to set those aside. We're going to use those as a little match. Save some more of these shavings. I've got another piece. Now this one's not quite as good. It was higher up on the stump there, but it's still just as rich in the pine resin. Now that piece is pretty old and dried out, so I'll probably use that today. But as you see, we cut into that old dried out piece, and it's just rich. We'll split that down one more time. This one's got a lot of dead on the outside there. It's still a little damp too, but as soon as you clean that off, it gets right in there to the good stuff. Split that up. Use that, that's pretty dry. There we go. Got some more good pieces. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to show you how well this works. Okay, remember what I said, you can make a feather stick here, and that helps, but it's almost not necessary. And here we have some two rich pieces. I'm going to show you the difference here. Now this you could probably light with a ferro rod, and if I can find mine, I just might do that. But let's just show you what happens when you light this right here. Get it going good. There you go. Barely took anything. Look at how well that burns. You can hear it sizzling too. Alright. Set that one over there. Now, one of the things you can also do is once you build your kindling up, is you can use one of these as a match. You light it. Now you got some distance to stick that up under the fire there. Just go ahead and leave it in there, because of that resin, it will burn pretty hot, not super hot, but it'll get that your fire tinder going and get you a nice good fire going. So I'm going to try to see if I can get that going with my ferrule rod. If I can find it. Here we go. There you go. Did that off the ferrule rod. What do you think, folks? Now what I want to show you, the next part, if I can, take it over, and I had a morning campfire for my breakfast, but I just want to show you how just this little bit right here and some dry kindling can get you started right up. Okay, as you can see, I got my kindling in there, got some Fatwood on top of it. Realistically, I'd want to put it on the bottom, but since I had the morning coals there, I had to build up a little bit to get it up so it didn't automatically start it before I was ready. We're going to try a little experiment here. I did make a little bit of a feather stick. I want to see if I can light it using the trusty ferrule rod. Whew, that's hot. Yeah, just a little too hot in there. Next time I'll do a better feather stick there. I just wanted to demonstrate that, but this brings to my next point. Remember what I said about using this as a match? Remember, that's real hot down in there. I still got the hot coals from the breakfast, so we're just going to get this started here. Use this now. Yep, I'll put it out. Good. There we go. Now I could try to light this stuff. Doesn't light very good. But let's light this stuff right there. There you go. Now look at that take off. That's from that fat wood with the resin in it. And you got the black smoke, so that's that resin burning off. And you don't really want to cook over that. Let that stuff burn off, and then you can use your other hardwoods and stuff like that to get a good fire going and get your cooking on. But as you can see, a little bit of Fatwood is doing a real good job of sustaining the flame, which is going to get your kindling going. And then you can pile on your bigger woods after that. And this is another good thing, that this wood was pretty dry yesterday, and humidity and all, so it got damp on the outside, so you really need something that keeps a flame going to get that started, and that's just what we've done. And you got yourself a pretty good fire going, and I didn't have to build me a bird's nest with a little tiny ember or anything. sometimes that's necessary, but in this case we're just getting us a little fire going for, say, the morning breakfast. And you want to get some good coals going. Well, you really got to get a good base of coals, but you got to get fire going pretty good, otherwise you're going to be waiting a while for a good breakfast. So that right there will get you started and get you going so that you have a good bed of coals for your breakfast bright and early. It's burning real good. Alright folks, this is my beginner's take on using Fatwood. Like I showed you, I found it from what looked like an old dried, rotted out stump, and we turned it into some Fatwood, which is going to be useful for creating your fire. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Appreciate you watching, and you have a wonderful day.